Welcome to the most important and dumbest Saints-Falcons hate week ever. These two stupid teams are going to deliver something wonderful and ridiculous. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to the award-winning Saints Happy Hour podcast. Seriously, this podcast has won awards. American standards are dropping every day. The show features Ralph, the best host in the world, who can barely pronounce his own name, much less anyone else's.
Marcus Marquez Callaway.
Dave is that dude who loves taking bathroom breaks. He's mad about almost anything, so make sure to lower your volume when he speaks.
Put that freaking clown meme back up that I made. Jesus Christ.
Andrew has sources, watches tapes, and knows football. He rarely shows up on time and wants to commit crimes to help the Saints win.
Sean Payton would have done illegal things. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because you know it's true.
Oh, and there's also Kevin, who is great at doing mock drafts, but struggles to actually watch Saints games or have a functioning relationship.
Budrich wants to know how the doctor's doing.
That ended.
Anyway, grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy the insanity.
Oh! All right, everybody.
Wow.
Welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast presented by Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. I was just drinking this whiskey before the show and it went down the wrong way and the intro was messed up. I'm Ralph Marlborough and I'm joined by Dave, Andrew, and Kevin. They're all here for Saints Falcons Hate Week. Also, hello to everybody on Twitch joining us on the live stream for a special Sunday night edition. I see Hatch John, Who Dat Golfer, Jerry, Andrew's dad. Tons of people in the chat. Thanks for keeping up with the change of schedule because of the holidays. Tonight, we are going to get you ready for Falcons Hate Week by laughing at Arthur Smith and Atlanta. Can the Saints offense find a run game? We're going to answer your questions and we're going to make Saints Falcons predictions. But before we start, remember to subscribe to Saints Happy Hour wherever you get your podcast. And I also have to mention about our MVP contest. Jerry over at JLD Hot Sauces and Knives, he gave us this custom-made knife with the Saints Happy Hour logo on it. We are going to raffle that bad boy off at the end of the season. And if we reach $100 in donations tonight, the MVP will choose which minibar bottle from my gigantic minibar collection I'm going to poison myself with. But first, guys, I got a letter. I got a package from a patron. He sent me this letter. I'm going to read it. He said,
Who was it
Dear
from?
Ralph,
Let's
Dear
hear the
Ralph,
name.
please, Gustav. It's from Gustav. He says, please enjoy the enclosed alcoholic treats when convenient. Baska Drapor is a genuine traditional Swedish schnapps or spiced liqueur flavored with wormwood. You should take it as cold as a shot of schnapps and not drink it like a whiskey. It is quite bitter. It is considered to either be undrinkable or an amazing delicacy, depending on whom you ask. The undrinkable position is the dominating one. Besk, proper spelling is B-A-S-K with a little weird thing on top of the A, means bitter, and Baska Drapor therefore means bitter drops, which may serve as guidance for you when deciding on when to enjoy this specialty. Since private persons are not allowed to ship alcohol to the United States, I have asked a visiting American friend to bring these along in his luggage and ship it from inside the States. It was shipped by a Bengals fan, wrapped in Bengals wrapping paper. So I got the Baska Drapor to drink, and I got.
First of all, so you're saying this was muled from Europe.
It was muled from Europe, and I had
this might have been up someone's orifice, wrapped in Bengals paper, but up someone's orifice.
It might have been, and I had a longtime patron and friend of mine from my days of at LSU, Jenny V. She sent me a Patreon message, and she said, in all caps, "Do not drink."
But by the
way, sounds promising, guys.
Well, a couple of things. First of all, that he said that's got wormwood in it. I'm pretty sure that's what is in Malort.
Oh shit, Ralph! You need to get ready. I think.
Oh, wow.
Cool dude just dropped 5K, man.
And also, I want to say the way that letter was written was awesome. Like his style of writing was.
Gustav is poet.
I love that. I love how he says,
Which traditional Swedish literature, man.
Sweden.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
sure.
Ralph, what was the other one?
Some people hate it,
Is
but
the do not drink the other one? Is the do not drink the other one?
No, this is the Bosco Drapor.
Twist. Open that up and smell it. Let's give it a whiff right now.
All right.
Let's tease it.
Okay.
Let's tease it.
But what's the other one? What's the other?
Fuck.
It's like smelling salts. Ralph looks like they just put smelling salts in his
I gotta.
nose.
Oh God! Dave,
I
it
could use
smells.
that.
You know what it smells like? It smells. It smells like paint varnish, man. With
Here we go.
Oh my God!
All right. Let's go.
Wait, what's the other option?
We already got 5,000. Did we get there
Amaretto.
already? Where are we?
Oh,
at?
amaretto.
Yeah.
We're only like we're like 690 away already. We haven't even said what we're drinking yet, and we've almost reached the goal.
Well, I think everyone got excited with that intro. They're like, "How could I not donate?"
Yeah.
to this cause?
And
There we go. There we go.
That is a record.
Shout out to Good Dude and Hatchet John, both of you making it happen.
That is amazing.
We
Got
didn't
there quick
even
today.
we didn't even get
Before Ralph drinks what he's drinking, can I say what I'm drinking?
Yeah.
I'm drinking.
Your dad golfer adds 1,000. He wants you taking the
Oh my
amaretto
God.
too.
Oh my God!
I'm drinking a 2022 Pumpkinator, the one that's aged in bourbon barrels. And then to continue this is going to be a shit show, this episode, I can tell you right now.
Yeah, I can
To
already
continue
tell.
this, I have a surprise later in the drinking department.
Thomas, you didn't ask me, but I got the bucket ready.
I forgot.
I'm drinking a Sam Adams Holiday White Ale, citrusy and hazy. It's a seasonal. It's actually really good.
Kevin, what are you drinking? Are you back on the wagon? Are you back on the wagon?
I
off
am
the
back.
wagon, or no?
I am back on the wagon. I decided.
Oh my God.
So I lost my sense of smell and taste 2 days ago. So I decided that I would get a bottle
Thank
of
you,
whiskey,
Saints Rabbit.
Redemption Rye here,
Then
so
is it
that
gonna
I
be
could
2 in
track
a
my
row?
progress. I could track my
2
progress
drinks
for
in a row.
regaining
Ralph, prepare the second one.
What?
for regaining my sense of taste and smell. I'm also mixing that
Oh shit.
with the old standby, the old trusty throat coat.
Throat coat and bourbon together. That's
So
I
right here in a
mean-
nice
well,
warm mug.
Is it like a hottie toddy with throat coat?
Yeah, essentially, yes.
Yeah.
I want to make it clear. Look, Gustav has been a longtime patron, like one of our I think he started when we were doing like on
Blog Talk
Podbean.
Radio.
When we were, like Blog Talk Radio, like Podbean, like you could donate
Blog
$3.28.
Talk Radio.
Like me, man. Like me.
But I want to say this: if he's running some sort of long con
Press
and
one
he's
now.
poison me, send Interpol after him or Interpol, whatever it is. Send them
Interpol.
after him. Interpol, send them after him. All right, so Kevin, you know what I'm drinking? I'm drinking death. That's what I'm drinking.
Here we go. Come on. Let's
All right. Enough pleasantries, Ralph.
All right,
Let's get down to business.
I gotta move the strawberry lemonade.
You
to
never
the-
know
to-
this is a Saints podcast. The only thing that gives it away is my background here.
Oh, this is horrible.
Wormwood.
Wormwood. Ugh, it's got to be so gross. Is it like Malort? Is it better or worse? He can't even talk.
Oh,
He might throw up. Bucky's
he's not
Is
doing.
he getting the bucket?
Guys,
Look
he's
at the
not
face.
doing well.
Look at the- oh my gosh, he's writhing. Writhing is the word that we're all looking for here.
Oh my
that's-
god!
That's suffering.
I tried to chase it
With what?
with the hard hide and strawberry lemonade, and it made it worse. Like the Bosque Drapor, it's like the Borg. It just attacks whatever you put in your mouth, and it just makes more of itself. It was horrible. Like I can still taste it and feel it in my mouth. That was the worst. That made Malort look like
That's worse than Malort.
made Malort.
Really?
Malort is a dessert wine compared to this foulness.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
oh my god!
Hey, make sure you got all of it. Can you check and see if there's some drops left in there? There might be a little. There you go. There you go. Make sure you.
Oh, he went back in? You're crazy, dude. You weren't in a fraternity?
No.
Swedish
we talked
invasion
about-
right there.
Oh.
I mean, Dave.
Oh. That is foul. It really does. I don't even know how to. Hey, Sally, I need assistance. My eyes are watering. I don't even know how to describe. I could describe the smell. I can't even describe the taste. Like my chest, it burns like gonorrhea on a cheap whore.
All right, I think we've got a new business, guys, of import. I think we know.
Yeah.
I think we know.
Right.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, international illegal shipping.
We got to find out who that mule is. We got to get the contact information
Yeah.
for our
Double his
Cincinnati
wage.
mule.
remember
Get him a helicopter. Get him what he needs.
my dad used to use this weird soap when I was a kid. He called it Hex, and it was like white and creamy. And if you would ever get that in your mouth by accident,
White and creamy, huh?
and it kind of tastes like that. It's so like, oh my god, that's the worst thing.
Thomas, how far away are we from the second shot? Because it feels like
About 5K. About
5K.
God.
All right.
That is
Saints Rabbit just dropped
Still haven't
another
even
bomb.
gotten to
Yeah, let me
topic one on
thank
the rundown.
everyone, maybe guys. Maybe that's a
do
good
it.
point.
Oh god.
Thanks to Jay Bordeaux for 500 bits, to Badrich 500 bits, to Huda the Golfer for 1500 bits total, to Saints Rabbit more than 3k bits, to the Hatchet John legend himself 3.5k bits, and the current MVP is Cook Duke, long time no see, with 5k bits. Damn. And just right now, your boy Alan, 500 bits.
The foulness in my mouth it's just gross. So welcome to the most hilariously important Saints Falcon game ever. Kevin, is it exaggerating to say that next Sunday is going to affect both teams for the next 2 or 3 years, depending on the outcome? Because one of them is going to win and probably win the South, and one of them is going to lose and fire their coach out of a cannon. So, like, this is like the most impactful Saints Falcons regular season game, I think, in our lives, maybe.
Well, I mean,
In our lives, I don't know about that. That's
Prisoner of the moment.
I
seems a
feel
little bit extreme.
that's a little instant history, and we're on the cusp of you having to drink another bottle.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Like we're hosting the Falcons in the season finale, so it's entirely possible that the Saints could lose this game this coming Sunday, and still in the season finale be playing.
But up until this point, we
for the
don't
division.
know about the future. But as of this point, Sunday is the most impactful Saints Falcons game in the history.
I'll say this: it's significant because the Saints Falcons rivalry, it's tied at 54 wins apiece.
That's right.
So whoever wins this takes is going to have the edge, temporarily at least. So I would prefer that the Saints win this and win the finale and put all this other stuff to doubt or to rest. I mean, the Panthers are out of it. The Bucks could still free fall. So yeah, it's important. But I feel weird just jumping off and saying, it's massively important.
Andrew, if the Saints win it, that's 4 losses in a row for the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
They're 4-7.
Mm-hmm.
They're 2 games behind the Saints, 3 if you count the tiebreaker. They're basically done.
They're buried, yeah.
They're buried. Arthur Smith is basically done. So I just feel like that is incredibly impactful. And if the Saints lose, we're going to be like, you just lost to Arthur Smith. You're done. You're 5-6. You've lost. What would that be? That would be you've lost 6 of 9, right? You're done. So like, I just feel like this is like a, what's that famous?
So is it better for the Saints to lose then? That
No,
way
it's
maybe
never
Arthur
better. It's
Smith
never-
sticks
Dude,
around.
it's the Falcons.
Maybe
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Falcons, no.
First of all, these fans that have this grand master plan of, if we beat the Falcons, then Dennis might keep his job and I want DA fired. So yeah, there's a small subset of Saints fans that actually want the Saints to lose this game.
Dude,
To hell with that. All right, we're in first place. We're playing the Falcons. There's a few things. Number one, the Saints have won in Atlanta 5 years in a row. That's a crazy stat, but the Falcons have not won at home against the Saints in 5 years. So for hilarity's sake, I want to keep that going, obviously.
Yeah.
The second thing is if you look at the historical head-to-head, and we talked about this a lot last year because I had that freaking circled on the calendar. If we sweep them, we tie it all time. The series history is 54-54, dead even. This is the first time since it was 0-0 that the Saints will have a chance to take the lead in the head-to-head series ever, all time. I want this game. I want to bury them. I want to end their season.
And
the fact that Desmond Ridder is coming back, I want to make him look terrible all over again, get him benched again. I want to get Arthur Smith fired. I want all of those things. I know it hasn't been a great season, but it doesn't even have to be a good win. It's almost like the uglier the win, the worse we feel about it, the more humiliating that is for Atlanta, which makes it better.
Dave, your thoughts on Saints Falcons Sunday? The importance of it?
I mean, I don't think that this is, I don't think this is the most important Saints Falcons game. And
what's a bigger one,
lifetime,
though?
like you said, I don't know the one.
I mean, the playoff game. There was one that,
there was the one that didn't we have to play them to end the season to see?
I don't think anything
they
I
had a
was saying was
playoff
bad
game, and that's
intelligence.
about it. Like
I tell you what. I'll say the one in 2009, the second one in 2009 that they had to win, and then they ended up going 13-0, and they ended up losing the next three. But because they were 13, but because they got the 13 wins, they ended up getting to the number 1 seed, which allowed them to host the NFC Championship game against the Vikings, which ended up being monumentally important.
That game was so hilarious and so Mike Smith. He was doing Mike Smith things all over that game, and the Saints won in overtime. They went for it on like fourth or foot and couldn't get it. Like it was just, that game was just hilarity all over the place.
Well, Ralph is giving importance to this game because he believes that after this game there are going to be all these dominoes that are going to fall. But that's an assumption. That is ridiculous. Like
it's an assumption if Atlanta loses. It is true. It is true. Like I just believe that if
Arthur
Atlanta
Smith could be on his way. That's not true. Atlanta could beat us and then go on to lose the rest of the games, and Arthur Smith could still get fired.
Maybe
we could lose. We could beat Atlanta and lose the rest of the games, and who knows? Maybe DA gets fired. You have no idea what's going to happen. You're giving Ralph. You yourself are the only person that's giving this much importance to this.
No, if the Saints win, they are 6-5. Atlanta's 4-6, right? Or 4-7. The Saints.
You really think if Atlanta beats us, do you really think they're going to win the division?
I mean, it's.
You think they're built to continue
more
on
likely than
winning?
not. They get.
I don't know.
I mean, their schedule is really easy, and they're playing a bunch of one-score games.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think if the Saints lost to the Falcons, I think they could still win the division.
But if Atlanta loses, they can't. Like they're done.
I don't see them recovering.
So the math becomes hard.
I think it's hard. I think it's easier to say they're out than it is to say with the Saints losing, they're not going to win the division.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, Dave. If Atlanta falls to 4-7 and the Saints are 6-5, if the Saints get to 8 wins, for Atlanta to get to 8 wins after going 4-7, they got to go 4 and what do they have to go 4-1 the rest of the way, right? Or 4-2, right? I don't think that's happening, right? So I think maybe I'm putting more importance on. Maybe it is more important for Atlanta than the Saints, but I just think this game has historic.
I still think Tampa is the bigger threat. I know they lost today to San Francisco, but they're still 4-6. They're just a game back. They hold the tiebreaker over the Saints.
That's right.
And in case you forgot, they kind of speed bagged the Saints.
They did
in the Superdome.
I just don't.
So. I still think they're the biggest threat. I think Atlanta's a joke.
I don't respect Tampa. I don't acknowledge them. I don't give a shit about them.
Yeah.
That's why. So,
I hear that. But look, so I respect that Saints fans feel like there's no path forward with DA. I feel like even if you feel that way, you suspend that temporarily when the Saints play the Falcons.
That's right.
So I feel like all fans need to be behind this happening. Again, we've won 5 times in a row. If you think DA is the worst coach of all time, what more humiliating than to lose to him?
Right.
All right. Taysom Hill's 3-0 as a starter against Atlanta. If Taysom Hill can win at will as a starting quarterback, I know Derek Carr can do this. Come on.
Atlanta fans hate Taysom Hill.
Can I do before
Okay,
Ralph
there's no way we haven't hit this by now. Look,
you just hit it. Wait, before Ralph has to take his second shot, can we go around the horn here? I wanna lay some cards on the table here. DA or the quarterback situation. Which do you think is holding the Saints back more? Head coaching or quarterback?
And I can't pick offensive coordinator
or offensive line.
You can't pick offensive line?
No. Just between head coach and quarterback, which one is hurting us more? Which one?
All right, if I have to pick one,
if we fix would help.
If I have to pick one, I pick Dennis Allen because he's the person that made the decision to keep Pete Carmichael this offseason. And you can say, he couldn't get anybody better. He could have blah, 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 blah. Like, they haven't gotten any better on offense. And you won't let me pick the offensive line. You won't let me pick anything else. Dennis Allen, because he's stuck with Pete Carmichael for whatever reason, and it ain't got better. So I pick DA.
I would pick, I guess you could argue what you just argued.
Yeah.
With my point, and so that maybe would destroy my argument. But I would pick Derek Carr because he was given $100 million. And when you get that kind of contract, like, you have to elevate your offense. And for the offense to get a $100 million quarterback infused into it and to really not improve from last year, to me, is unacceptable. Like, clearly either he's not, but here's the thing. Like, I don't know that Derek Carr is really living up to peak Derek Carr. I don't know that we've seen his best level. We saw kind of similar to what he was last year, which was not that great, but we haven't really seen him level up to his peak performance. And so, I mean, we need nothing short of that, to be able to succeed. So I would say Carr more than DA. The defense look, last week was bad.
Well, we'll get to the defense.
But the defense has been pretty solid. So, like, I think DA has his own issues. I think attention to detail, high number of penalties. I mean, there's a number of things that you can point to and be like, that's poor coaching. Mm-hmm. But at least when it comes to, is the defense playing well? Overall, I would say that their performance this season has been satisfactory. So I would pick Derek over DA.
Kevin?
I'll pick DA. Overall, like, the penalties on both the defense and the offensive side, it goes back to coaching, and it's like, you can point to Pete Carmichael, but again, the guy that has the authority to actually make a change there is DA, or Mickey, if Mickey wanted to step in and make that call. But DA is the one that has to game plan and strategize and make halftime adjustments. So I don't know. I say I would much rather see DA go and be replaced with a coach and see what they could do with Derek Carr. Because listen, all these fools that are somehow clamoring for the Saints to tank the rest of the way and somehow luck into getting Jaden Daniels, right? Is it Jaden Daniels?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
the luck into getting him. What do you think is going to happen if Jaden Daniels is now the quarterback of this team, with this offensive line,
he'll die,
and this coaching staff?
It won't be pretty.
At least he could run for his life a little better.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I would love nothing more than to see the star LSU quarterback run for his life behind a crap offensive line, get pounded into the dirt, and get hurt potentially every year. Oh wait, we already see that.
We already see that in Cincinnati
with the Mules' favorite team, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah. Hey, I will, and I'm kind of arguing against myself here, but yeah.
All right.
One food for thought here is head coaching salaries. Like, yes, ownership has to stomach the buyout, but head coaching salaries don't count against the cap. So we're kind of stuck with Derek Carr, at least for a year. DA can be fired at any time.
Gail let David Griffin go through head coaches like I go through liquor. Okay, like DA's buyout ain't gonna be a problem if that's what they want to go. The Pelicans have hired like 5 coaches in the last 2 years. Seriously.
Well, you asked the question, Dave. What's your pick?
I would pick like immediately. Like if we could switch right now, I think getting rid of Derek Carr and putting a new quarterback in there would help things. If we had a better, not just any quarterback, but a better quarterback, obviously. But I mean,
Jaden Daniels would be sick.
I don't know.
Come on, guys. People are getting restless. Time to drink.
But yeah, we gotta go. Come on. I'm sorry. I wasn't expect. I thought you guys would just give like one word answers. DA or
what are you new here? One word answers. What? Let me.
Hey, if you said one word, I'd have given you one word.
Ralph, stop delaying. Give the people what they want. They've already paid.
Let me thank all the people who donated. Thanks to new donations from Budrich, 500 bits with donation message. Dennis Allen sweeping Arthur Smith twice, but still getting fired would be sweet. Shut up, Dave. Thanks to Kudat Golfer, 1K bits, and the current leader, Cook Duke, for another 2K bits.
All right, so
that
I got to
took
drink.
us over the age.
Ralph, are we doing a show after this?
We'll see. I got to drink. I got to drink this amaretto. Amaretta's fine. Smells delicious. Smells like wedding cake.
Why are you calling it amaretto?
Yeah, it's amaretto.
Amaretto. All right, here we go.
Who sent him amaretto? Like that's such a
the mule. I think he got it from the mule.
Mule.
Is it Swedish amaretto? It is amaretto. Do they call it amaretto in Sweden?
Keith sent me a bunch of disgusting stuff. Your friend Keith, my friend Keith, he sent me a bunch of disgusting stuff. But he also sent me like amaretto. So I had to mix the foulness with the goodness. Amaretto.
It's amaretto now. He's come up.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good, but it'll
be on a button in 2 weeks.
It doesn't go good with the wormwood nonsense from Sweden. So
what does go good with the wormwood? What pairs well with wormwood?
Nothing. So, guys, I want to tell you something.
Where's the good wormwood sommelier when you need him? Huh?
I don't know, but guys, I want to tell you, we are presented by Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey is a strawberry-flavored whiskey blended with aged wheat whiskey, American light whiskey, fresh strawberries from Ponchatoula, Louisiana. It's 86 proof. Blended and bottled in New Orleans, Louisiana at the Porch Jam Distillery. Hard Hide whiskey is not for the thin-skinned. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidestrawberrywhiskey.com. Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey is supporting Saints Happy Hour all football season. So support the people who support the show. Grab a bottle of Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey today. Woo!
You okay, buddy?
I'm a pro getting through that, kids. I am like, this is bad. Delicious with the wormwood. Thomas, give us a donation update. Where are we? Even though we hit both.
Didn't you just do that?
You just did it. You just do it. Okay, you just did it. All right. Hey, Sally, I need assistance. I so do. I so need assistance. Jesus. So bad. Dave, the after show where me and you do a podcast, a mailbag, whatever, it may just be me asleep on the bench and you running everything.
Let's do it.
Andrew.
Do it.
Yes.
The Saints lost to the Vikings. It was a debacle. And the Jameis Carr debate was all over Twitter. The Saints actually ran the ball pretty good in the first half.
Wait, what is the latest with Derek Carr? Like, what's his status?
He's fine.
No update, but you should be good to go.
So the run game was really good. And then they fell behind 3 touchdowns. They abandoned it. They never went back to it, even though they only were 1 score down in the fourth quarter. Was the running game, Andrew, a one-off, or did they find something in the Viking game that can be repeated?
Well, I continue to think that this offensive line can't possibly be as bad as they've performed. There's just too much money invested, too much draft capital, too much skins on the wall. I mean, Ramczyk has been all pro. Pete has been a pro bowler. We know McCoy and Ruiz are capable of good things. We know Hurst can be okay. So, like, there's just it can't be this bad consistently. And they just had a bye week. So they had a week to kind of regenerate and heal up, recover. So, man, if there was ever going to be a time that they pull it together and play a better game, when the stakes are the highest, by the way, like if the Saints don't go into this game laser focused to play their best, it's not going to happen all season. Out of a bye, they're in first place. They're basically playing for first place in the division. If that doesn't motivate you to come out and play your best game, then it's just never going to happen. So, look, this game on Sunday, especially against the Falcons, like I was there last year in week 1, and the Falcons fans were kind of, up big early. And obviously they went on that big run after Jameis broke his back, ironically enough, and they went on a big run, the Saints did. And I mean, you could hear a pin drop at the end, when the Saints made that comeback. And I just feel like this crowd, they're 4-6. They've now switched quarterbacks for a third time. And I just feel like this crowd is ready to turn on the Falcons.
Andrew, I've been told by a birdie that there is going to be a crap ton of Saints fans at the Falcons game, more than normal, which is usually a lot, more than normal, because Falcons fans be selling them tickets on the SeatGeek. That's what I've been told from a little birdie source. So we'll see Sunday.
I think there's going to be a lot of Saints fans there.
That's yeah.
A lot of Saints fans have told me they're going to go up there.
So Kevin, the defense, if the defense has another crappy first half, that makes 6 straight bad first half defensive performances for Dennis Allen's defense. Man, the wormwood is just crushing me.
Hey, real quick in the chat, interesting stat from Budrich. Dennis Allen coming off of a bye or a mini bye, which I assume means Thursday night going into a subsequent Sunday. He's 5-2.
Wow, that's pretty good.
When you give him a little bit more time to game plan.
Kevin, if we have another bad defensive performance in the first half,
this is number one bullshit.
Are we at the point where we look at Dennis Allen and I don't have the famous Office Space quote, I don't know why, but are we at the point where we look at him and we're like, what would you say you do here? Like that 6 straight weeks of bad first half defense. That ain't a trend. That's like a commandment or something. I don't even know.
Oh, right. I mean, but that goes to the point you've been making for a couple weeks now, is that this is the same team and you're getting the same game.
That's Andrew.
Week after week.
Give me credit. I'll take it.
It's like that's it. I mean, if this guy can't think to brainstorm a different plan for something, anything, and then he's waiting for halftime to make those non-existent adjustments, then what are we doing here?
Ralph, we got more donations coming in. Is there anything else you can?
Let's go.
I can go grab another bottle.
Let's just go give people a taste of what they can pay for to.
What's Silly doing?
Set you over the edge.
Assistance.
And just grabbing his wallet, man.
You just let people know what it's going to take, Ralph.
How much is like, Thomas, if you convert bits to dollars, how much is $75 more? I'll do a third shot for $75 more.
Like a hundo. Yeah.
So do that, and I'll do another shot. But I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this again. I can't.
Well, what are you doing? You got to give. Yeah, you got to
hardhide. Do a shot of hardhide.
Yeah, I'll do a shot of I'll go prep a shot of hardhide out of the multiple.
Actually, wait. What's the alcohol content of that hardhide?
86 proof.
86 proof.
Don't you listen to the ad, Dave? Don't you listen to the ad? So I'll tell you what. I'll go prep a hardhide shot in the Malta boot.
Oh, there you go. Right,
okay.
There you go.
So I'm going to ask y'all the next question.
And maybe let me do a quick donation update before that.
Do a donation update. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll prep the Malta boot.
Okay, go.
Okay. Yeah, thanks to Budwich.
All right. So now that he's off, Thomas, go ahead and lie about where we're at instead. There's no way he's going to call you out on this, or just $50 is good enough. You just tell him we hit the milestone.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I cannot be
hit it while he was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real, guys. Let's
see if he falls for it. I'm just gonna be like, dude, we hit it while you were gone.
Yeah, I will just welcome him with the horn. Let me do a quick donation update for real, guys. Thanks to Budwig for 245 bits with the donation message. Amaretta sounds like a Rihanna song. Thanks to Saints Rabbit for 1k bits. To Run Amok for 500 bits. And just now to Saints Rabbit for 1k bits. And Saints Rabbit is the MVP leader, by the way. A very tight race between Saints Rabbit and Cookduk. Good to have you back, Cookduk.
I got the multi-boot.
Ralph, I got bad news.
Yeah, Ralph.
Bad news for you, buddy. We already hit it while you were gone.
It was like 30. Thomas.
They keep still rolling in.
Thomas, is Dave being honest? Is he being honest?
Oh, yeah, I forgot, Ralph.
Oh. If y'all all conspired against me while I was gone, I will listen back to the podcast. If you people are conspiring against me, I'm going to do the shot because I can't listen back now.
I was kidding. But
Ralph, you can see the donation, the donation goal.
On the screen, dumbass.
On the screen, man.
But also, it doesn't really matter because you're taking this damn shot anyway.
But in a second, we are going to be for real there, Ralph.
Yeah, really.
3K away.
How many bits away are we now?
3K.
3K. All right.
I want to remind
Andrew's about to buy 1,000 right now.
I want to remind people,
I got to contribute to the cause here.
I want to remind people to join us for our live show on December 8th at Sports Drink in New Orleans. We're all going to be there. Dave, Kevin, me, Andrew. It's going to be a fun night of the podcast live on stage. Get your tickets before they're gone. We're running out of tickets. It's going to be an amazing night. Hard Hide sponsoring it. It's going to be just incredible. Plus, we have an exclusive T-shirt available at the live show. You can pick up. Click on the link and order it. And you can pick it up at the live show. And if you can't get it at the live show, we'll ship it to you. It's a Bleep That Cap with Mickey Lewis's face. It's delightful. It's exclusive for the live show. You should do it. It's going to be amazing night. I think Andrew at Sports Drink said we only had about 10 tickets left. We can open up more like bench seating, outdoor seating if needed. But if I was you, I'd get a ticket as soon as you can. So do it. Thomas did an amazing thing this week. We have a bye-week edition best of the 2023 Hotline. All the classics. April, Boston Guy, Adam, radio voice guy, Butterich, more. It's amazing. It's 5 minutes long. Keep donating while you're listening to the Hotline. Get comfy with this Hotline. It's long, but it's the hits. It's the best of. It's the hits. It's the best of. So Thomas, play the Hotline.
As Dave goes to the bathroom, man.
It's time for this week's hottest takes from the Saints Happy Hour Hotline.
Well, that was an awful lot like my high school girlfriend. That was about as ugly as you can possibly imagine. But on the plus side, we won. We won. I didn't think we were going to win this one. I've dislocated my shoulder from punching the air. We won. Frickin' awesome.
Rain.
It was the tale of two halves. Oh my God, why do the Saints need to win ugly? I mean, yeah, we're 2-0, snap 2 straight. So really, are we just going to raise everyone's blood pressure and heart rate up at this time? Like, come on. I know some of us got to lose weight, but come on. Please don't do this again, Saints. But hey, 2-0.
I am Daddy was the ball boy at I was the ball boy at Fort Hays State. The dad was a defensive line coach. We coached Nate and Shepard down there. I just wanted to say we called him Old Dog Shep there. I'm glad he got a sack for the Saints. Representing Fort Hays State. Go Tigers!
Oh my God, it's halftime. Our car is in the ditch. Our defense is
oh my God, what the hell is going on here? Jesus.
Hey, Saints Happy Hour Podcast. It's your cousin from Boston. Oh, we can't wait till next Sunday when you motherfuckers come up to Boston. Your fucking Derek Carr quarterback can't fucking throw an idea away, let alone a ball. And let me tell you, Pete Carmichael can't call a game. He can't call a game like my fucking 2-year-old can't call the fucking phone. You guys, holy shit, we can't wait for you to come up there. Bill Belichick is going to eat Dennis Allen apart. It's going to be awesome. You guys are going to get smacked up there. Holy shit. Get that team under fucking control.
Well, that was terrible. We let ourselves get beat by Derek Carr, David Carr. Who the cares? All I know is he was wearing eyeliner.
Saints are a bad team. I've pretty much just come to the conclusion that they're a bad team. I just don't understand it. I can't believe I actually bragged to people about the Saints being a good team this year. It's so fucking embarrassing. I don't know what, guys. I don't know what to say anymore. This is like a sad happy hour hotline phone call, but in any case, have a good rest of your Sunday.
Hey guys, it's midway through the second quarter, and I just finished cleaning up pee around my toilet because my 7-year-old doesn't know how to aim, and that was more pleasant than watching the first quarter and a half of this football game. I'm looking forward to the dead cat bounce we get after they fire Carr. Not Carr. We'll fire him too. DA.
Ew, what is that? It looks like a dead bird. No, I think it's some moldy poo. Oh, it's a ball going to Chris Olave. Ew!
Hey, Nathan from San Diego. I think Kevin's got the right idea. Just be absent this whole season. It's probably best. Hey, Ralph, you done with that booze bucket?
Thank God. Where the hell's this been for the last 7 weeks? 3 touchdowns. Are you bloody kidding me? This is fantastic. 2 touchdowns. You gotta love it.
Just all up and lose, but I don't even care. We are the best team in the NFL. The Saints to the Super Bowl. We're winning the fucking Super Bowl. This is the team. Like, on paper, it's in real life today. We're fucking winning the Super Bowl. That's all I gotta say. Who dat? Saints all the way to the end, to the Super Bowl. We're winning in Vegas. Derek Carr is going to get the trophy, and it's just going to be the best season ever. Anyways, love you guys.
Okay, so I got a comment. This one is for Ralph. Me and Ralph share the same last name. It's spelled exactly the same, but I pronounce it Malbrew. Ralph pronounced it Marlbrew. Is Ralph botching his own last name? We can say Ralph is botching his own last name.
It's your cousin from Boston. Listen, my fucking Patriots are fucking getting beat by a grand slam home run by the fucking Colts. But let me tell you what, your fucking Saints, you guys are your team fucking sucks.
This is to all these Viking fans doing all that skull chant shit. This is my message to y'all. To all you Bye, Queen fans. If your team, if your fan base, if your skull tags, all that.
That's Jerry,
of
right?
y'all. I'm really sick of you. So F all of you Bye, Queen fans. Skull my ass. Y'all.
I love it. It was good. You know, I forgot about the one where they had like a whole skit written up.
Yeah.
Like the whole family was in on it. That might be my favorite. That might be my favorite.
You can plan it out and call and bring and have family and props and all. We don't care.
It's another pass to Chris Olave.
Yeah, the extended version is 12 minutes long.
That's
by
right.
the way.
Me and Dave might do a play-by-play analysis of that one of these days.
I guess Jerry is rooting for our draft pick to be worse, and for the Broncos to beat the Vikings tonight. It's 10-9 at halftime. The Vikings.
Peyton is so annoying. He is going to drag that team to 9-8. It is so. Annoying. He really.
By the way, when the hotline started, I got my next drink of the evening. It's officially. Meth Nog season.
Oh, Meth Nog.
Here we go, baby.
Well, Ralph, you know what that means.
Malta Boot, Hard Hide, Strawberry Whiskey, 86 proof.
The patrons are going to love the show we record after
Not
this.
for the thin-skinned. At least this time, Dave, I'm doing a shot of Hardhide, and it's not based on lies. Like you got me last time saying you're texting back and forth with John.
Well, it doesn't matter. You're still drinking it. Now, I knew you were going to drink it regardless.
That's right.
Kevin, you're very dark. What happened to your light?
Yeah, the light went out almost immediately, much like my life.
Okay. Wow. Jesus. That got dark very quickly. And I'm not talking about the light in your room.
Let's see.
Hey, by the way, Nola Bass took us over the edge with Twitch Prime for free, guys. He took us over the edge for free.
Ralph took that like a champ, like compared to everything else.
The Hardhide. The thing about the Hardhide that makes it great, and I say this not just
it's strawberry flavored, and you love sweet strawberry flavored.
I love flavored whiskeys. It's strawberry flavored, and it's just super smooth. Like I don't know how they make it, but it should not be as smooth as it is, considering it's 86 proof. But it just is. It's just amazing.
Ralph's blood type is Hardhide.
Right. I love Hardhide. John, you're the best. John is a great. He's great. He loves to gamble just as much as me. But unlike John, I have to gamble illegal because Texas is a backwater. I can't just do it on my phone from my couch.
Right.
I got to go to a payphone and call Vinny.
Saints Rabbit says Ralph is looking like DA in the first half against Minnesota.
That's mean. It's mean, Saints Rabbit. So
that's bad, huh?
The Saints Happy Hour viewer mailbag is brought to you by Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidestrawberrywhiskey.com. Thomas, play Take It to the Top so I can give the people finger guns. And we do the periodic reminder, if you don't know what Take It to the Top is and you're new listening to the show for the first time, Take It to the Top is Morton Anderson and Brian Hansen doing a single in the 80s. Look at them. They look freaking amazing. That's
almost
what the 80s...
as sexy as Kevin.
Almost as sexy as Kevin.
I need to put that on a button.
That's what the 80s were. The New Orleans in the 80s was like, oh, our field goal kicker and our punter did a single? That's cool. We'll buy that. That's where the 80s were, kids. Thomas, what's up first?
All right, we didn't have that many questions. I gotta be honest. I'm a bit disappointed, guys.
It's the bye week for the fans as well, apparently.
That's right.
Yeah, I had to take some questions from last week because last week we had tons of questions. Okay, so first question from Balrich.
You get any Tulane questions?
No. Only you know. You know.
Willie Fritz, don't go to Texas A&M. Don't do it.
He's not going to Texas A&M. Texas A&M isn't smart enough to hire somebody like Willie Fritz. They're going to do something stupid like hire Dion or some dumb crap like this.
After we fire DA, they're going to hire
him. I mean, like in all seriousness, Willie Fritz he would be a great hire, but he's not a flashy, like they wouldn't do that.
All right, what's up? What you got? What you got, Tom?
All right, quick MVP update before I start. First question. Saints Rabbit is in the lead with 93 Hondo bits, almost 10K. Second place, Cook Duck. Third place, Hatchet John. Okay, first question from Badrich. He asks, after witnessing the Giants let Shinebox QB get sacked 9 times as of this question, how high is a new O-line coach should be on the priority list?
I don't know. Didn't the Giants win that game?
They won that game.
And he got wait. They won and he got sacked 9 times? Is that accurate? Kevin, check that box.
Yeah,
score.
Checking it now.
At one point he had thrown 4 passes and he was sacked 3 times in the first quarter. So,
oh my God,
it's probably accurate.
Yeah. Quick question from the chat. Yeah. Dave. Does Dave have a spy cam in his shop?
It's true.
He got sacked 9 times and they still won. So I'll take that. I don't really care. I don't really care how many times Derek Carr gets sacked.
I mean, here's the thing,
if we win, I'll take it.
I will say this: half the league switched offensive coordinators last offseason, Kevin. I think half the league might switch offensive line coaches this year. Like the offensive line play is dreadful.
I tell you what, what's his face? You know, I'm doing the thing. He got sacked 9 times, but the Commandos in Washington turned the ball over 6 times.
Wow. Well, there you go. That'll do it. That'll do it.
I mean,
6 times?
Yeah.
How many picks did Sam Howell throw?
3.
Yep.
So 3 fumbles?
3.
No, 3 picks. 3 picks, and I'm assuming 3 fumbles. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Just I mean, that game just.
What was the final score?
31-19.
to 19. That's one of those games.
Your boy Tommy DeVito with the dub. Hey.
I bet against the Shine Box quarterback.
Forget about it.
And I got made like Tommy and Goodfellas. Just like,
what do you feel fucking strong?
I was you know what I was like Robert De Niro in the phone booth at halftime of that game. I was like I'm just like they whacked them. I just set 2 units on fire.
Just done, and we couldn't do nothing about it.
What do you mean? It's gone. We couldn't do nothing about it.
So the Giants with Tommy DeVito, who got sacked 9 times,
they won.
Got 6 turnovers, beat the Commanders by more than 1 score.
And
the Saints with Derek Carr, I almost said David Carr. The Saints with Derek Carr, who had 5 turnovers, who did not get sacked 9 times, barely beat the Bears.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just comparing stats here.
The people in this country.
Comparing.
And like half of Saints Twitter is like clamoring for Eric Bieniemy, who just scored 19 points against. It got shine boxed by Tommy DeVito.
I tell you what,
we created this.
I tell you what, though, that's a real good point. Is I would like to know. There has to be some big brain stat measuring the number of sacks surrendered by offensive lines all through the year compared to recent years, because I've heard so many different talking heads say this team's O-line stinks. This team's O-line is terrible.
I can't vouch for that, but I can tell you offense this year, Kevin, is dreadful. The offense in the NFL this year is completely dreadful. Like that's why they're having such a hard time with MVP and all that. But anyway, I think that goes to your point. I think offensive lines are bad, hence offenses in general suck. So Thomas, what's next?
Okay, next question from the man, the myth, Monadula. He asks, we know what we have in Jameis. Why not take a shot with Hainer versus Falcons and see what he is made of? Maybe we don't need to draft a QB after Carr retires this offseason.
I mean, I say, sure, why not? Is that ever going to happen? No, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. They would never do that. But would I love to see that? Sure, why not? I don't think
there isn't enough Bosca Drapour in the world to make me want to start Jake Haener.
Oh, I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
Come on, Ralph. Sexy Jake, you don't want to see him?
Yeah, come on.
I feel like Jake Haener's ceiling is like Chase Daniel, like solid backup, career backup. You know?
Okay. Well, let me ask you. Okay, well, how about this? Then that begs this question: would you rather right now Derek Carr as he is, or same offensive line, Derek Carr as he is, or like peak Chase Daniel when he was, like with the Saints?
Derek Carr.
I'd rather Andy Dalton because I think the Saints could be 5-5.
Oh my gosh! Wow, Andy Dalton.
And then you wouldn't have $100 million quarterback.
Well, I was gonna say I'll take Andy Dalton if I can get whatever contract he currently has.
By the way, props to you, Carolina. You took a second place team that was up 21-7 in Tampa in week 17, and had the complete control of NFC South in their hands on the road. David Tepper, you took that team and you handed it to Frank Reich and you made it the worst team in the NFL. Well done. Well done. It could always be worse, kids. You could be the Panthers. What's next, Thomas?
And you passed on Stroud for
Yeah.
Yeah.
You passed on Stroud for a midget who's not any good, and his arm is terrible.
All right, quick question from Algiers Point Hotboy from the chat. Two-lane question, Dave. Does Dave have a spy cam in his shop?
No.
At least not officially, right?
No.
You don't even have.
I have security cameras. Do I have a camera in the bathroom or in the changing room? No, I do not. I do not have.
No.
That would be illegal.
No, in the bathroom. Come on, man! Stop bullshitting us.
People in the chat. People in the chat are just pining for new Saints coaches. Kellen Moore,
Suck on this, bitch.
Ben Johnson.
Stop.
Yeah, you know what? Let's switch the order of the questions.
Suck on this,
bitch. Next question from Badrich. What's the reaction if the Saints fire DA for Kellen Moore?
I don't know. Like, have you ever once, when Kellen Moore is with the Cowboys or with the Chargers, have you ever once been like, wow, that Kellen Moore, he's cooking up something good? Like,
you would have a job by now if that was the case.
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Give me Hatchet John says, how much for Ralph to drink again?
People are thirsty, man.
Ralph, set the bar. Come on, you can be bought. Let's
you can be bought.
What's the number, Ralph? Put it out there. What's it gonna be?
You give me another $50.
Time you and me raised
$50.
$50. I'll drink another shot.
You are a cheap date. Jesus, come on.
Cheap date.
Jesus
$50,
Christ.
I'll do it. We're gonna preview that.
$50. So that's what? That's 2,000 bits. What is that?
I don't know. Where is it? Kellen Moore stuff coming from?
Yeah.
Budrich just has some hard on.
That's a Budrich. That's a Budrich thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Thomas, where are we on the donations? We need how much? How far away?
Does not support
$50 is 2750 bits.
Yeah. Make it happen. You got till the end of game predictions.
There's 1,000 right there. Saints Rabbits already got it.
Yeah, there you go. 4K left.
And we know
left.
Hatchet John's good for the rest. So.
All right, so it's time to talk Falcons.
I mean, this wasn't the final question, Ralph. One more question.
Go ahead.
One more question from Jason Champagne. I just switched the order. Jason Champagne asks...
Making it rain.
Oh, damn. 5 gifted subs. Hatchet John the Legend.
Wow.
That's like... we are like 1.5K away. Jason Champagne asks, does the fact that DA kept Pete and company indicate that he does not have a vision on offense like he did when he remade the defensive staff?
Making it rain.
Andrew, go ahead, Dave. You can go.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, I don't know. He lobbied hard to keep Pete. Wouldn't that indicate that he did have a vision, and that vision
did he though?
Was Pete? I don't know. I don't know. I think his vision was. You could say maybe the better question is did DA think he was really going to be able to replicate the old Breeze Peyton era Saints just by keeping Carmichael?
Here's the question.
Was that his vision?
Here's the question.
That would be naive.
Kevin. I get the sense with DA, Kevin, because he made a bunch of changes on defense. He was like, Ryan Nielsen, get the hell out of here. Chris Richards, get the heck out of here. He brought in his guys from Oakland, and like the defense is like they're creating more turnovers. So like he said that was an objective. They've done it. I get the sense that like DA, maybe he doesn't have like a Rolodex or like contacts on offense that he feels like comfortable with going. Yeah. So he's like always like, well, I don't know.
Is it wild? Is it wild to think that would there be coaches or offensive coordinators or position coaches who could be in line to be an OC that wouldn't want to take a job with DA?
I mean, I think I think that's the problem you have. I think that's a real problem you have if the Saints go like 8-9 and they don't win the division and they keep DA. People are going to look at it.
I'm saying like right now, like if Pete Carmichael got fired this week or next, is there somebody from outside the building that could get hired to be the OC? Like,
no, you can. Well, if you fire in season, you can't bring somebody outside. It's got to. Oh Jesus! All right, well, y'all keep talking, and I'll go get another hard high.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, we've talked about this on the show before, and I feel like I need to take a shower after I say this because, like, he's done a lot of messed up things. But I think what we're getting at is accurate. It's hard. Like, DA doesn't have the Rolodex. I don't know how appealing of a job this is for most people. Like, Derek Carr is the quarterback, and he hasn't playing that well, and offensive line isn't great. And if DA stays after the season, I would assume he's going to fire Pete. And DA's kind of be on the hot seat, so like you'd be aligning yourself to him. I think you have to hire Gruden. I think you have to. Because he knows Carr. He knows. Look. I get it. Kevin. Like, I don't want to.
That's why you brought him in earlier. I was going to bring up Gruden.
Yeah, like I don't like for optics, for the kind of person he is. There's all sorts of reasons why I wouldn't want Gruden. But if I'm DA and I'm on the hot seat, my job's on the line. I'm never getting a head coaching job again. Like, this is it.
Sure,
right?
Absolutely.
And Gruden's a guy that has been banished from the league, so he'll take any job he can get. He'll come back hungry. He'll come back looking for redemption. He'll be a Boy Scout because he'll have to be. And
are we sure
there's
about that?
Yeah, 100%.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not sure.
I am.
But there's the continuity with Derek Carr. There's the history of success between the two of them, and like. Gruden is a terrific coach. He really is. He is phenomenal.
He's okay. His offenses when he came back.
His emails are a bit sus, though. You know,
his emails.
That's one way.
But his offenses were like the best he did was like 10th in points. Like I worry that like Gruden's offense is like. It's a little
but can DA hire and do any better than that?
That's the question. Like like here's the thing.
I mean, the other thing he could do is just take a shot on some college dude, right?
No,
like
I think the best.
Coming.
I think the best you're going to do if you're DA, Kevin, which is scary. It's going to be like Gruden or like Ken Dorsey from Buffalo. And even though. But
I wouldn't hate that.
Even though Ken Dorsey got fired from Buffalo, like all their like advanced metrics were really good. It's just Josh Allen can't stop turning the ball over.
Take him.
So
get me Ken Dorsey. Get me Jay Gruden. Get me Jay Gruden.
What's Jay Gruden doing? Here we go. I got another Malta boot. And by the way, kids, the Malta boot is like 2 shots, but I'm doing it. I'm a professional.
Professional drunk.
You realize we're making this man an alcoholic live on air? This is terrible.
Oh yeah. He's only an alcoholic.
Guys donated to. Shame on you people.
He's only an alcoholic if he does this every night by himself.
Yes.
He's doing it with friends.
I'm doing it with friends.
Once a night.
Like because the Saints had a bye, I didn't drink a drop of alcohol all day.
Oh, there you go. See?
Until the podcast. And in fact, I went to my son. He had Sunday school. They had Family Connect. Me and him made arts and crafts. I was completely sober during the arts and crafts.
Yeah, that's great. So what's it going to take for the next shot, Ralph?
It's like my 85-year-old father who's been smoking for 70 years. Like if Ralph stops drinking, that might kill him. Stopping drinking might be the thing that kills him.
Andrew, the next one's going to take 100. A hundo.
The MVP race is very tight, by the way.
Wow.
Only 200 away between Saints Rabbit and Hatchet John. Damn.
A hundo. Somebody said.
Wait, Cook Duke is out of the mix. He's out of the picture.
I mean, he's a bit more than 1K away, so he's still in the mix, man.
Wow. Yeah, you guys are crushing.
I mean, if you donate 10K, even you are in the mix, Andrew.
All right. Wow. So here we go. All right. So we gotta get the game predictions. If you can get a C note in before the game predictions are in, I will drink a shot, and then me and Dave will do some sort of podcast after where I'll be plowed.
He doesn't even know what we're gonna do.
We don't even know. But we'll do.
Saints Rabbit's just going after it, man. He's like, take everything.
He wants the knife, the noise.
Saints Rabbit has some kind of bot that just donates 1,000 bits every 5 minutes.
He's like Greg Williams versus the 49ers. He's just hardcore, like blitzing.
Zero blitz. No
zero
safety.
blitz, break off the knob.
No safety.
So it's time to talk Saints Falcons. But Thomas, let's review season standings before we get to the picks contest.
Yeah, so Dave and Kevin predicted the Vikings to win, so plus 1 point for that. And the fantasy part is very interesting. Kevin won with Taysom Hill scoring only 4.3 points. I think that's the least amount to win. Of course, Foster Moreau, 0 points. Blake Groupie, 3 points. That's good for 1 point for Andrew. And Ralph, as always, 0 points, man. That's to be expected, I think.
I got Juwan Johnson there.
Let's look at the standings. Juwan Johnson had just 1 catch, man. Kevin's still in the lead, 18 points. Andrew, 10 points. Dave, 7 points. And Ralph, as always, 2 points.
Juwan Johnson's one of the low-key, like, big issues of the season because he looks fat and he's been a non-factor.
Tight end overall, man.
Yeah, tight end has been terrible. So, all right. I'll go first. All right, so I could give this. By the way, this game, it's a pick'em in Vegas, depending on where you go. It's a pick'em or like, so it's straight up like Vegas has no idea. So I could give you analysis, like serious football analysis, but I'm really drunk. So here's the thing that I've been thinking: like, what's the funniest outcome for this game? Like, what's the outcome that's the funniest and manages to enrage both fan bases to the point where they want to commit crime? And as Andrew mentioned, the Saints and Falcons, they've played 108 times. The series is 54-54. What we've never had in the history of Saints Falcons is a tie. And what would enrage more? Would enrage both fan bases more? There can be nothing. A tie, because a tie just leaves it where it is. They hate we hate our coaches. We hate our quarterbacks. A tie leaves it frozen, and you still have 6 more weeks to get this thing figured out. So I say it's going to be 2020. It's going to be a tie.
Thomas, I authorize you to give Ralph 10 bonus points if this actually.
All right. Fair enough, man.
I don't even care if you. I don't care what the score is. I don't care if it's a 10-10 tie.
He will still be behind Kevin.
Or a 20-20 tie. If it's a tie at all, I think you can give Ralph 10 extra bonus.
So I would say give him 15 points.
Let's not.
Thomas, have I picked Taysom Hill yet?
Have you picked Taysom Hill? No.
I picked Taysom Hill because Taysom Hill is a Saints killer.
No, he's the Falcons killer. You idiot. You were so
Falcon.
drunk.
I am so drunk.
Jesus Christ. He's on the Saints.
That's right. So I picked Taysom Hill. He'll be prominently involved. Taysom Hill is my player of the game.
Sir, do you know where 4th Avenue is? You're on 4th Avenue.
Who wants to go next?
I do.
Go ahead.
Just because I want to make sure I get a guy after I just lost 2 points on my fantasy prediction last week. Ty, that's not happening. That's ridiculous. Thanks for just wasting an opportunity to actually score legitimate
Post your
points.
prediction in the chat, guys, by the way. Sorry for interrupting, Dave.
That's okay. Saints Coin, I think, had us winning this. Saints Coin sucks. Saints Coin cannot be believed anymore. I hate to tell you guys that. I think the Saints are going to lose this one. I'm kind of with Ralph though. Like, it's going to be crazy. It's a Saints Falcons game. It's going to be shenanigans. But I think Saints end up losing last second field goal, lose by 1 point. Falcons 21, Saints 20. It's going to be brutal. Wait, no, I picked the Saints. No, didn't I?
You picked the Saints, drunk? I think. Yeah.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. I think you might have that wrong. I could be wrong, but I think you might have that.
Saints 21, man. I'm taking away a point.
No, stop.
Yeah. Take away 2 points. He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Wait, I can't even load my X. Oh no, I hadn't updated the Twitter app since it became X.
Are you sure you're not the one that took 4 shots tonight?
Yeah, I am.
That's right.
Well, I drank metnog. I did.
True.
I said Saints 21. Falcons
October is predicted the same score, by the way, Dave, as you.
Oh, well, then
Exactly-
I change
exactly
everything.
the
I
same
change
score,
everything about my prediction. Then I cannot be anything associated with October. Anyway, my player. See, the problem is I have no idea. I cannot remember who the hell I've picked in the past. See, if I can, Thomas, bear with me. But if I can, I am gonna go.
Yeah, this is gonna be hard, man.
I'm gonna. Can I take Olave?
As a joker, you still haven't used your joker.
Okay, yeah, I need it. I need some points. Let's go. I'll go Joker.
The chat is very confident. A lot of Saints picks in the chat.
I thought I picked the Falcons.
Mourinho.
I guess I didn't.
But I guess I did.
You went full
I guess
off, man.
I'll go next. What Dave described is what I expect to happen, but I actually mean what I say, and the graphic is going to show what I'm talking about. Falcons 24, Saints 21. I think it's going to be a heartbreaker.
Gross.
I just don't trust the Saints. I don't think they're good enough to go on the road and win a game like this, but maybe they'll surprise me.
And it's a kitchen sink game for Atlanta. Like the Atlanta.
It's a kitchen sink. Yeah, they're going to throw a halfback pass. I don't even have confidence in the defense to stop Pitts and Deshaun Robinson, so I don't know. I'm not confident going into this game, but I'm hoping they'll prove me wrong. And Thomas, I have no idea who I have left. You're going to have to help me out here. Who can I even pick?
Jimmy. You can pick Jimmy.
No, I'm not doing that.
Bowden.
I'll go with A.T. Perry.
All right, A.T. Perry is a nice pick. Very nice pick.
I'm picking Michael Pratt.
San Antonio Saints says if we don't get,
I threw Thomas for a loop there. He doesn't have an A.T. Perry graphic. He's gonna have to. He's scrambling right now.
Yeah, that's right.
You think so?
Oh, he's got it. He's already.
Hey, what's that then?
Bam, bam.
All right, Kevin, you're up.
All right. Saints 20, Falcons 16.
Wow. Here we go.
Seeing as how I am in the catbird seat.
You are.
And I can sort of wait and see what develops over the next couple of weeks. Wow. I am just going to take Foster Moreau.
Cocky boy.
Have you taken Foster Moreau? I don't think so, but let me check. No.
I don't think I'm the only one that's taken him.
Yeah, minus 2 points incoming, Kevin.
That's true. You can lose points, Kevin.
Yeah, but I can afford to take the risk.
I mean, I'm really drunk, but I am also, before I was drunk, and I meant to say, I am incredibly excited for this game. Like this Saints-Falcons game, it is the essence of my Saints fandom, being that I'm old, is that when I was a kid, it was just the Saints are terrible, the Falcons are terrible, beat the Falcons. And I feel like I've come full circle. I'm back to that. Like, just beat the freaking Falcons. I am incredibly excited for this game. I know a lot of younger Saints fans aren't, but I want to end Arthur Smith so bad. Like if the Saints could pound Atlanta really bad, and if you told me the Saints could win like 45-7, and it meant like DA got an extension and the Saints win the South and their future isn't great, like I wouldn't care. Like just the joy of rubbing it in the Falcons fans' faces is worth it to me. That's how bad I want this game.
This is a serious question because I've never actually gone to an away game against the Falcons in Atlanta. The Saints do it for every game, but they always kind of up it when it's against the Falcons. But, they always do the fun thing like the us versus them, like our city versus their city.
Does Atlanta do anything like that, Andrew?
Does Atlanta play into the rivalry like we do? Like I really, and I'm hoping the answer is yes, like, because that's what keeps it going. Like,
I think they do. I mean, I think they're less petty.
Stadium, in the stadium, like, do they do anything like that fun?
Nah, they're lame. They're lame.
I mean, Atlanta people like Falcoholic and Falcons fans. Falcons fans know where they're at. Even like national writers, like, I mean, Charles McDonald, like they have, and other ones like Bomani Jones is weird because he like disavowed the Falcons when like Michael Vick got arrested for fighting dogs. He's like, I'm done with this team. They've never won anything. They're never gonna win anything. I'm done with them. So he just makes fun of both fan bases. So he's a little strange, but they hate us as much as we hate them. And the beauty of the Saints Falcons rivalry is the rest of America doesn't know and doesn't care how much we hate each other. And we still are just like, whatever. Saints Falcons, it's our own little thing. We don't care that it's not a national thing. It's just delightful.
I was more asking about like inside the stadium.
In the side, they don't do, but Atlanta as a just like a general like fan experience, they look pretty dumb. So like they don't have as much fun as us, I would say.
Oh, for sure, agreed.
Yeah. I mean, they have a Chick-fil-A, and they were proud of having a Chick-fil-A in their stadium, and Chick-fil-A isn't open on Sunday. I mean, that's the intelligence that you're dealing with Atlanta fans. They're how they do the stadium. I'm just saying. So Thomas, before we wrap up and get out of here, or I pass out, whichever one comes first. Give us a MVP recap.
All right. Tons of generosity as always, but even more than usual. 10 different donators. Thanks to Aldi Marino. Thanks to Nola Bass. Thanks to Jay Bordeaux. To Andre Juge. To your boy Allen. To Badrich. To Hudad Golfer. To Cook Duke. And to Hatchet Jones, second place. And to the MVP for the first time this season. With more than 10K bits, who is the one and only Saints Rabbit. Congratulations.
Saints Rabbit stocking my minibar collection and making sure I drink it. That's full commitment. It's full commitment.
Thank you, guys.
Crazy, man.
Thank you.
Very tight race.
It's amazing. By the way, the Josh Dobbs, I was so wrong about him. I thought he was going to be a 1 week story against the Falcons. He is not. The Vikings are beating the Broncos, and the Vikings are going to the playoffs. Saints Vikings 2.0 in January. It's happening.
I'm kind of here for it.
I'm here. Whatever. So thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for supporting Saints Happy Hour. Please go to saintshappyhour.com, become a patron, support the show. Remember, click on the link, come to the live show, December 8th, Sports Drink. It's amazing if you're in NOLA. We can't do the show without you guys. You guys make this entire show happen. Thomas producing it. Everything we do is because of you guys. Thanks so much for supporting the show. Thanks to Dave, Andrew, Kevin, Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. And remember, kids, if you're going to support a Saints podcast, you ought to support the one that wins awards. Until next time, the bar is closed, and happy Thanksgiving. Have safe travels if you're listening to the podcast on your way to wherever you need to get to celebrate Thanksgiving.